Hello everybody. It's Ronnie with Whip and Chain. I work with Maggie and Lauren to bring you fun crochet tutorials. Today is a quick one. Today is the puff stitch border. As you can see, it's beautiful. You can put this on any, that's my start and stopping point. You can put this on any finished project that you want. It turns out really pretty, and it really gives your project a beautiful finished edge. And I did color changing yarn. This is Hobby Lobby yarn. I just don't have my label on it. So I'm going to quick show you how to do the puff stitch border. And once you get going, it's really easy, I promise. So you take a project that you want. I'm just grabbing a square. This is yarn with little specks in it. That's what I'm seeing. Wasn't sure what was going on, but maybe I did something to it. So you have my end sticking out. I'm a hot mess with some projects sometimes. There we go. All right. You know, I want to grab a different square. Hang on with me. Okay. I think that other square needs some ends tied in a little better, but that's okay. That's a really easy fix, so I'm not going to stress about it. So to do the puff stitch border, I would recommend you use the same hook that you used to make your project. And do not start in a corner, please. Start in a runway somewhere. So you just go through your stitch, having a border of whether it's single crochet, half double, double, treble, of all these stitches like this will be easier, but you can do this in other stitches, absolutely. So I'm going to tie on my yarn. And then just chain one. All right. Now, in the next stitch, you skip it. So you skip one stitch, you go to the next, and you do a half double crochet, just right in that stitch. Okay? Now you wrap your hook. You go, now we're going to be going into that stitch that we skipped right there. So you wrap your hook, you go in, grab and pick up some yarn. You wrap again, you go back in, and you grab some yarn and come on up. And then you're going to wrap one more time and go in that same stitch and bring up some yarn. You'll have 3, 4, 5, 7 loops on your hook. You wrap it, and you go through them all. Okay? Wrap your hook. Now, skip the next stitch that you haven't done anything in. Go to the next one and do a half double crochet. And then we're going to do the same puff. In that stitch that you skipped, you wrap, go in, bring up some yarn, wrap, go in, bring up some yarn, and then you wrap, go in, and you bring up some yarn, and you wrap, and you go through all. It'll always be 7 loops on your hook. So then you skip the next stitch and you put a half double in the next. And then you wrap, and then you go into that stitch that you skipped, and you just go in there. You keep collecting until it's 3 times you're going in, until you have 7 loops on your hook. And then you wrap and you go through all. Try not to be really tight with your tension, because it'll make it harder for you to do this. So then you skip your next stitch, you go into the next, you do a half double. Then you go into that stitch that you skipped, and you just go in there 3 times, keep wrapping. After 3 times, you'll have 7 loops on your hook. You wrap and go through all. Skip the next stitch, go in the next one, do a half double. And then you go into that stitch that you skipped 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And then you wrap and you go through all. Now you can just keep doing this around your corner. You don't have to do anything fancy. You just keep doing it as you go, doing the same as what we've been doing. 1, 2, and 3. Now I'm going around the corner just to show you. This is where not having very tight tension is extremely important. We skip, you do a half double, and then you do a puff stitch in the stitch that you skipped. I'm going to do one more, skip a stitch, and then I'm going to do a puff stitch, and that's okay. Now, here's the corner that we did without doing anything fancy, no adds, no subtracts, no anything. Now, on this one, I added just a chain. Okay, there we go. I added a chain. So, if you seem like it's puckering on you, you can add a chain. But if it's not puckering on you, I don't add chains. But if, like I said, if you're a tight crocheter, and here's also a chain I did here. All right, so there is definitely a difference, but it's your choice. It's an option that you have that you can take and do or not do. All right, so that's how you do the puff stitch border. Let's just do a couple more together to make sure everybody has it. I did the half double on that one, so I'm going to wrap. I'm going to go into that stitch that I skipped. And go through all. I skip a stitch, go into the next one, and do a half double. And then that stitch that we skipped, I do my puff. And 3. Okay. And then a puff stitch. And 3. 7 loops and go through. This border goes pretty fast once you get going. And 3. Okay. That is how you do a puff stitch border. Very easy, very beautiful. It gives a crochet project very elegant. This can go on baby blankets, anything that you want. It can go on your granny squares, whatever you'd like to do. My name is Ronnie. I work with Maggie and Lauren to bring you these fun, educational crochet tutorials. Here at Whip and Chain, it is always a work in progress. So we can't wait to see you on our Facebook page, Whip and Chain, WIP for work in progress and chain. And please, if you haven't hit that button, can you smash that subscribe button? Whip and Chain at YouTube. We greatly appreciate your support and love. And here It's always a work in progress. Thank you for joining us. Happy crocheting, everybody.